In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 benefits of quitting caffeine. Oh, what's up? Welcome back to another episode here at Sobriety University. Class is back in session. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing 4 benefits of quitting caffeine. So I've recently decided to quit caffeine. It's been about 5 months and learned a lot of things from it. I found overall that the changes were subtle yet effective, and I'm looking forward to be able to share some of those changes with you today. So let's just dive right in. Number 1 is sleep. And this one I think is kind of maybe the most obvious. So I was eating a lot of dark chocolate, and this was the main source of caffeine I had. And I would eat a lot of dark chocolate before bed because I didn't realize actually that it had caffeine in it. And quick side note, I remember when I discovered that dark chocolate had caffeine in it, I was so upset. I was like, no, because a lot of the diet I was eating was based around dark chocolate, to be honest. There's some great options out there with sugar-free stuff and all that. And what I found was that dark chocolate has like a very small amount. However, eaten in copious amounts, it definitely adds up. And so I would eat these like keto brownies, and I would eat them a lot right before bed. And I would end up staying up for like a couple more hours. And I just thought, I don't know, that I just wanted to stay up late, and I had no idea that it was rooted with the caffeine. So when I decided to quit, I think after the first month or so, I just noticed sleep got a lot easier. Like I wouldn't have to struggle to go to sleep in the sense that I wouldn't be laying there just like counting sheep basically. It was really like head hit the pillow, I'm out. And what I found also is that sleep has been very just linear, that I don't wake up in the middle of the night. It's very just steady, and when I wake up, I'm just like ready to go. It's the most amazing thing. And there's a saying that correlation does not equal causation. So how much of that is related to caffeine and how much is related to external things besides that, I can't really say. I do believe though that having quit the caffeine, it did make a benefit with sleep. So number 2 is productivity. And this one was a bit of a shock, and it was one of the reasons I was hesitant to quit caffeine in the first place, because I kind of thought I would quit and I would end up becoming very lazy and not getting a lot done. And after a couple months, I started to notice that not only was I getting more done, that the quality was a lot better. And I'm going to explain that, because I might be thinking, what? Like, what does that mean? Like, how did productivity get better without this just energetic juice? I found that when I was consuming caffeine, a lot of the energy and productivity I thought I was doing was mostly just like jitters from the caffeine. So I'd be working and I'd kind of be like bouncing around, like hyped, like moving really quick. And I thought that was productivity. Little did I know that it was just like a bunch of energy just trying to get released from the body. What I found was when I quit, I was much more focused. It was just like, I knew what I needed to get done. The mind was not like going all over the place. I wasn't multitasking. I was like, okay, this is what I got to do. This is how I'm going to do it. Let's do it. And then we'll be done. And it was just like that. And it was just crazy, because I really did think that I was going to lose productivity. And I remember just calculating expenses on like the 3rd month off of caffeine. And I was making more money on a consistent basis. I had way less stress because I wasn't just like hyper running around town trying to get stuff done. And the quality was just so much better. So not only did productivity increase, quality increase as well. So number 3 is saving money. And when I was in the throes of caffeine addiction, I would eat a lot of keto dark chocolate peanut butter bars. And I would get them from this bake shop, this local keto bake shop. It's amazing. I totally recommend it, especially for like getting off sugar and just kind of getting that sweet tooth that might come from heading down this different path. And I would go there multiple times a day sometimes, and each of these keto peanut butter bars were $4.72. And at the end of the month, I just kind of realized, like, wow, like I'm getting one of these a day. So it's like let's round up to $5, 30 days a month. I'm spending $150 on these keto peanut butter bars, maybe more on the days I would get multiples. And it just kind of hit, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I could be using that money for so many other things. Who knows, paying bills, just groceries, saving, investing, all that stuff. And it just kind of hurt. And I just realized, like, okay, like not only is this an issue on the emotional and internal level, it's also an issue for the bank account. And one of the things I feel a lot of gratitude for being off is how much money I'm saving. Again, it's subtle. It's not like there's thousands more in the account. It's just over time, it's just gradually, I'm just noticing it's just much easier to save. There are some days where I'm not even spending money because I'm not rushing to the store or the bake shop to get these goodies. And overall, it's just making a big impact on the way I view life and how I feel about finances and all that. And it's a disciplined practice in and of itself, just knowing that I'm saving money too, alongside with being off the caffeine. So that's a huge benefit I've noticed, is more money. So number 4 is reduce anxiety. And this was one that I was kind of shocked by, and I really didn't expect. So I feel a lot of gratitude for this one. And when I think about it, it makes a lot of sense why there'd be less anxiety. So I'm kind of like, wait, why didn't I expect this one? However, it was just a nice little surprise. And I think this one is kind of an obvious one, why there would be a lot of anxiety. Of course, tons of energy running through, super hyped up, all that. And what I found was, when I did quit the caffeine, after assimilating the new energy, I just found I felt calm a lot more often, and I didn't feel this rush to just run around and do stuff. I still feel that now, no doubt, just because, not that it's culture's fault. I live in a culture where productivity is encouraged, and I do have to take care of earthly things like bills and all that. So being young as well, there is this sense of urgency to just kind of create a living and a career and all that. So I think that's all just natural. What I'm kind of talking about is the 24/7 work, rush. I guess work addiction, basically. And definitely we'll be talking about that more in videos to come, about work addiction and stuff. In regards to caffeine, though, the caffeine definitely exacerbated that. And not only did it affect the work relationship, it also affected human relationships. I found that there was kind of always this need to get through the interaction, just to hustle, to kind of get out as fast as possible. And again, a lot of that I think was related to work and wanting to get on with life and stuff. And now that the caffeine's gone, I no longer have that. And it's amazing. I can walk through the grocery store and just feel calm and relaxed and not needing to get out. I can be around people, which is something that was kind of a crippling thing for a long time. And it was one of the reasons why I sought out so many addictions, was because of the social anxiety. And this was definitely one of the pieces to it. And having quit that caffeine, I find that I can be around people again and just chill. It's really nice. And with human relationships too, I'm finding that it's a lot easier to listen. It's a lot easier to just speak, and conversations are just going a lot better. And it's kind of something I've always looked for in life. I sought it through weed, sought it through drugs, alcohol, sugar, all that other addiction stuff, because I was just trying to get this sense of connection with people. And now I feel like I have that, and it's just I feel a lot of thankfulness for it. So in that note, we'll end the video for today on this nice calm note, and just want to say I appreciate anybody who's watched and stuck through to the end. Really appreciate it. Best of luck on your recovery journey. I know how difficult it is, so just being able to talk about it and watch these videos and kind of face it head on is a huge step, and it shows a lot of courage, and it shows that you're gonna do it. Just saying. Awareness is key. Awareness is always key, and just being able to face it head on is the real catalyst to change. So in this next video coming up, we're either be talking about caffeine or sugar. I might stick on the caffeine one for a little bit because I think it's super interesting. And again, would love to hear what you guys think about caffeine and what your experience has been. So comments are more than welcome. Subscriptions are always appreciated, and look forward to talking to you in the next one. Peace.